money reside, what a 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 money, what a money, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. We going, we going, we going, what a money reside, we going, we going, what a money reside, 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 what a money, what a money, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money, what a money, what a money reside. We going, what a money reside, we going, what a money reside, we going, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside.
Let me tell you something. Y'all better start feeling these intros, okay? These intros are it. And you notice I've been working hard getting this new intros every show. You need to clap that up for your boy. Clap that up for your boy. Everybody, welcome back to Controversially Correct. Correct. We appreciate all of you guys for coming back, all the people who come back, all the new viewers. We try to do me a favor. I want this show to reach 2,000 views. The other one's about 1.6. I want this one to be 2,000. So I made it a special show for everybody. We got some crazy topics for you, by us, and we want to get everybody's opinion. This is pretty much the Lion's Den tonight. This is male versus female opinion because, yeah, I ain't gonna talk too much about it. We gonna be about it. On this show, we talk it like we walk it. Let's introduce the host, the co-host. Let's get him on screen. I just want to get him on screen. Come on. Me, ooh, wanna chick, oh, there they go.
What's the deal?
Hey,
That's
y'all.
where the money reside, right there. Where the money reside. How are you guys doing? I have to say that to the ladies first. Chris, don't answer. I don't care how you doing. Meek, how are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing today. The weather is kind of cool down out here in sunny Las Vegas, and we got some good weather today. So it's like that what is it called, hoodie weather. So
That's where you at? You in Vegas? I don't even... Hey, the producer said he'll be out there. He's coming out there. I don't know
okay,
when he's coming out there, but get him out there so he can get out my damn ear. All right.
okay.
Wana. How are you?
I'm doing good. I went back to work after maternity leave for 12 weeks. So, it's been an adjustment.
Oh.
This is my third day back, but I've been, doing well. Again, I'm doing great.
Okay. Chris, don't be offended. I just don't want you talking to them before I talk to them. Okay. I don't
Nah,
want
I
you
get it, man. I'm a
giving that
guest in your
smooth
house.
voice, giving that
I'm
smooth
a
voice
guest
to them.
guest in your house.
I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying?
Me either.
I don't want no issues in the future. Okay. You know,
You got it,
I'm,
man. You got it.
I want to keep my respect level where it's at for myself. Okay. That's the only reason I do this. And I
All
just
right.
don't. I don't want no
What's
issues, man.
happening? What's going on?
I done been through a lot in life, man. I don't want to fight no more.
Oh, you don't want to fight?
Me either. Me either.
Okay, now.
Oh, I might got some fight left in me. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, you gonna fight today?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You's
I
gonna
know.
fight today.
He really put us in the gauntlet today.
Oh,
Wanna
yeah.
like
Look. She got a drink already. Look at her
Yeah,
drink. She
he got
ready.
the right one. He got
She
the
ready.
right one.
And it
shit.
was funny because my wife usually get my drink together and she ain't here, but I know she watching and I'm upset with you because I'm supposed to have this drink right here pretending like I'm drinking this alcohol, but it's really like just some nice little looking punch.
I know you didn't just put her on the spot like that.
He really did, but
You did
it's
not
because
do that to her.
his wife know that he on some bull crap.
And you can get your
Waited
own
until
drink.
we logged on to let us know what we was up against, and so
Yes.
he's over there conspiring.
Hey, but listen though. Listen. This episode is supposed to be that episode. That episode. So what I did was I wanted to invite some of my friends, And let me say something real quick about inviting friends. This is a show where you could be verified by others who know you. You understand me? That's a shot at somebody. That's a shot at a lot of YouTubers. And I'm telling you, some of y'all can't be verified by nobody. You can't be verified. You don't have no friends, no family that can say you did this and did that, or you're that kind of person. But here, we bring family to the show, right? So whatever we say, they call us out on it if we lying. They gonna call us out. And if one of my partners come on here caping, dun, 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 I'm gonna show you his undies. So let's go. The
It's
first topic,
undies.
the first topic, and my partners know what that means. The first topic is gonna be simple. Who is hurt more? Who is most affected more by breakups, men or women? And before anybody answers, I want anybody that's in the chat, bring them in so we can get to know them because I want to hear them talk first. Because the men gonna get their answers first, and ladies, y'all gonna be after them. Bring them in, please, please, please,
Please come forward.
please. Ooh, ooh. Hey, producer, get on your job. So you telling me you didn't lost them? You no, I'm telling you, you didn't lost it. You didn't lost my fellas back there. Bring my fellas on. You lost them already? Oh, both of them. Every who back there? Look, get
Right.
get off of me and
Oh shit, they're gonna put me in for
and get on your job. Get on your job and get off of
Timing
me.
is everything, and I'm having a problem with audio. I don't know why. Everybody sound like a robot to me.
No,
Yeah,
we
same
we you
here,
know.
man. Same here, but I'm trying my best.
Hey, we hear you. These are my friends, lifelong friends. My boy
Y'all
Mike,
sound like
my
y'all
boy
got on a voice
JG.
changer on me.
No, we look. You got to
I'm
you know. He
driving the
said
car, so y'all
pro-
gonna have to bear with me.
producer
Kick me
say
out and reboot. Invite me or something.
producer say you sound good. But look, let's get to it. Let's get to it. I want to know from the fellas first. The ladies are off camera. They're gonna come back on to try to chop up what we saying. Okay. I
I
want to
can't
go with
hear
let's
shit.
let's 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 go with Chris first. Who do you believe is more affected by breakups, men or women?
I think women definitely. Um, Men, of course, we hurt, but it's more ego. You know what I mean? Women, for the most part, it's really an emotional, you know, disconnect, and a lot of times they bring baggage into the next situation because they never got over the first one. But men, we just kind of like we'll go do whatever we need to do to move forward. We'll try, call them, see if they're receptive. If not, we're gonna go do what we need to do. We all know what that is until we're not thinking about them no more. But a lot of times, women, it's just a longer process. And I mean, I get it. Women are more emotional
I
in
can't hear
general,
me.
so I think women do they get the tougher end of it.
All right. So we got one vote for women. Mike, you up next. You up next. If you can hear us, you up next. You tell us who's more affected by breakups in your opinion, male, female, men, women.
Started from the top. Say it one more time. You cut out. Who more what?
Who's more affected by breakups, men or women? Who takes it the
It really
worst?
depends on. It depends on who's doing the breaking up. So if the man breaking up with the person, then it's gonna be hard for the girl, and vice versa. That's my thoughts on that. On it depends on who doing the breaking up. It don't matter who is hard on. If it's gonna be hard on the person who didn't plan the breakup.
That's hey, actually, look, I actually like that answer because I mean I thought about that for a second. Like, God damn, if I'm getting dumped, I'm getting dumped. Okay, all right, look at it like this. Say they both got dumped. He got dumped over here by his girl. She got dumped over here by theirs, right? Which one
Hmm.
of them take it the best? Now do it that way. Which one of them took it the best?
Mm. See, it's different. It's again, bro. It's like if it's a
Yeah.
surprise, like it's a surprise breakup. Like, hey, we gotta go
Yeah, no,
about
no.
this.
Say you got two people, two couples, couple over here, couple over here, right? Both couples. The male dumped the female over here, the female dumped the male over here. Which one of
Okay.
them are more likely to get over it?
Likely to get over, the guy would be more likely to get over it just on his pride. Because we're more
Okay.
prideful. Because
Yep.
I, even if I'm hurting, I'm like, man, please, fuck you
Yep.
then, bitch.
Yep.
I'm hurting over here though, but you ain't gonna see it. So yeah, the guy, I think we hide our shit, but we suppress it so much, but that don't mean it ain't there. So I think we hurt more, but our hurt is like we get through shit faster because we quicker to move on, and then that just makes it more of like we won't deal with that shit again type of
All right.
situation for us. Like
Okay.
so, you know what I mean? But
I
women,
okay. Oh no.
we want. I can keep
Hey,
going. So
hey,
go on next.
don't look, don't go on the women yet. The women are back there. They taking notes on what you're saying. And Mike, do us a favor. Get in some light. Get, J Mac, turn your camera.
I'm in the
J Mac,
light.
turn your camera. And Mike, get in some light. We need to see your face, man. You know what I'm saying? I got some handsome partners, and I want people to know I got some handsome partners. All right. Now, next up, JG, you tell us, male, female, who's more effective?
All right, real quick, quick statement, just in case. My
Nigga,
opinions are
pull
my
over. No.
opinions. They don't reflect those of my employers before anything. But so my answer is different than Mike's. I think the person that gets affected the most is the person that came in invested the most. In other words,
Ooh,
whoever helps the other person the most
ooh,
on coming up, that's the person that's going to get hurt the
ooh.
most because they had more to give instead of hold on
No, the
to.
women can't stand a chance for us.
Say what?
That's tight.
Oh,
No,
No,
he
I
like
like
that
that.
answer.
I like that answer.
all right, hold on. So, and I'm saying that because in this day and age, like we gotta be more inclusive about who we're considering. Sometimes we're tempted to think of just heterosexual relationships, but there's
Oh, that's
all
sick.
different variations of relationships. So I think whether it be the masculine or the feminine role, I think whoever's gonna get hurt the most is the one that invested the most throughout. The person that gained the most is always going to feel the best because they left with more gains than the other person. The other person
Mm,
might have had a 10% gain in overall happiness, and the other person might have had a 90% gain just based on finances, stability, self esteem. Their confidence is an all time high. The relationship really just built them up when it didn't when they came in. So I think that's who gets
mm,
affected the most.
I like
Pause.
that
Pause
too.
for a second. Producer, producer. I'm mad at you. This it says which gender is most effective in breakups, man. I'm about tired of you. I'm about tired of you. It's effective, man. Man, hey. First off, I ain't write that to you.
So are we wrong? So y'all want to be more clarify a little bit and go into more
No, no, no.
detail
Let's
on
let,
the
let's
question? We do get off
let's
a
go to J
topic.
Mac. We got J Mac, and we got women, neutral. J Mac. Who do you got?
Can y'all hear me? How my mic sound?
We
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
got
hear
you.
you. Yeah.
Okay. This is a complexity question. It ain't a simple one. I think it comes down to, like the gentleman said, investment, maturity, dependency, just where you at and what were you looking for in a relationship. So when I say who's more affected, I think it really comes down to who was more emotionally involved or emotionally invested to that relationship, what they've been through
This
before
is a
these
real.
relationship,
I
what
think
they've
we
been
talking
through.
like they all real relationship. They strong relationships though, and it just fell apart.
It's still it's it my
Same
answer is still
perspective.
based my answer is still based off of what I'm saying right now.
Okay.
Strong relationships, it depends on who's invested more, because even in strong relationships somebody's gonna it depends on where you meant maturity is, because some people maturity is different. You could be in a strong invested relationship but your maturity level could be different. Your care to can be different, what you have been through can be different. So I if I had to pick an answer just to tally, um, I think men is just as emotional as women. We just tend to do it different. Women can be very emotional. I think they're a little more comfortable expressing it. We try to
Hmm.
hide it.
Hmm.
Um, you know what? I'm gonna go with men. I'm gonna say men, and let me explain men why.
Now
Because
make
I
it quick.
think,
Make it quick. Make it
all right,
quick.
let me say men why. Because this what I think we do. We tend to put this persona on like we so strong and we hide it and what have you, but we don't even realize what we're doing. We may vice it by going with a chick, or hooking up with the friend we used to deal with, or just finding ways to act like we don't care, but we don't. But I think we tend to stress and like conceal our emotions more than we let out. And so even the things that we claim we don't care about, we really do care about, and we just find ways to hide it through our masculinity. So I'll pick men.
All right. Okay. So the ladies have heard. And we got some votes on the side. We got one woman. My sis chimed in. She said, "Hey fellas," and I agree. I don't know what she agrees. She probably agreed that it's men. I doubt she gonna say women. I doubt that. I know my sister. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring the ladies back in, and the ladies are gonna give us the answers. And if they got a problem with some one of y'all said, y'all all gonna have a problem because this is free fall. Y'all can go back and forth, but we gotta let them give their comments first. So bring the ladies back.
Damn, I'm still on there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so ladies, give us your opinion first, and whoever you have a problem with what they said, we're gonna put them back on the camera. We're gonna put them right back on. But tell us what you think first.
You want to go first?
Ain't nobody say nothing too crazy, which was like interesting. But here's the thing, you know, women are mostly affected emotionally in breakups. And I do think we're affected emotionally more than men. But it also depends on how invested men are in the relationship. Because once a man is invested, I do believe that a breakup can affect him more than maybe a woman. The reason why I'm kind of saying, you know, both of them can be affected, but the woman to me is the most affected, especially if it's children.
Okay.
Because I just feel like it's harder for a woman with children to really date, move on, especially, you know, like after a breakup, it could be a lot to, you know, to actually heal from that and move on. Whereas a man can kind of walk away from the situation, you know, most times they don't have the children. So I think mostly it depends on circumstances. So I kind of agree with like what Garcia said with that. The most unstable person is the most affected. And if they have children, it adds another layer to that situation. And age and all those things play a factor. So I think women are mostly affected by breakups.
Okay. Well, Meek. What do you have to say about this? We want to know.
Okay, so a couple of y'all made some good points. Mac, I love that he brought up maturity. I think that plays a huge part into it. Now, Chris, you know my problem and my issue is with you. You stay talking about how emotional women are, and but the thing is, something that all y'all spoke on that I thought was actually but it was the way y'all brought it up, the way you guys brought it up was the fact that you're going to be hurt, but you're going to hide it. So that doesn't mean just because you hide it well does not mean that you're not affected by it. So what I've seen in my experience is that yes, women, you see it a lot more on women because like we are comfortable with our emotions. We're comfortable with expressing our emotions. Men, on the other hand, don't do that. And what I've seen is that all it takes is that one woman that like broke your heart. And then all of a sudden there's this wall that a lot of women have to try to break and get through. So a lot of times when men are engaged in relationships, they're not fully pouring into the relationship as much as a woman is. And if he is, more than likely, if he is as invested, I agree with the term with whoever said that. Oh, hey, it's whoever's doing the breakup. It's whoever is whoever was like kind of like blindsided by the breakup that's going to be like heavily impacted. But also you can kind of say both, because even if I'm doing the breakup or whatever, that doesn't mean that I'm not hurt. It doesn't mean that I'm not like going through something either. So I just want to speak on the fact that just because men are able to hide their emotions does not mean that they're not affected by the situation that occurred. And I see a lot of men hold on to grudges, what is it? Like stereotyping, or like, oh, I know what you are. I know what that, because my the last girl that did this. Like I see a lot of that in men. Like a lot of that in men. And so I think it's hilarious the way that you guys like kind of, formulated your thoughts, because I don't think you've ever experienced your homeboys in a relationship. You might know what he's telling you, like, yeah, I don't care about it, but you don't know how that woman is experiencing that man in that relationship. So
Okay. I didn't say that I hide emotion. I think that was somebody else. Because me,
you said that.
nah.
Yeah,
Me, I don't hide.
I didn't
I'm
say you, but you said men. You said men hide
okay.
it.
Okay.
You,
Well,
you said
maybe I
that's what
shouldn't
you
have.
said.
Maybe I
So
shouldn't have
not
spoke for.
you. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe I shouldn't
Anytime
have spoke for other
yeah.
men.
So anytime I talk, I'm not talking directly to you. I'm just talking to your points, because I don't
Okay.
know you. I don't know how you're set up.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me, like the reason like I said in the first episode, I had so many women was because my mom was the first woman that hurt me. So dealing with that, I wouldn't allow myself to get that close to women, right? So I would go in situations with a defense mechanism already built in. I would only give so much. So I would do this thing like when I felt like something was off, because I always pay attention. I pay close attention to everything. When I feel something's off in my mind, I start breaking up before we break up. So
Exactly.
when the breakup happens, I'm
Exactly.
I'm already ready for it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah, a lot of guys they hide it, but me, I just keep it real. I'll cry in front of a woman, whatever. But it's just like when you think about it, a lot of times, men have to bring more to the table, which is fine. And that's what it should be. Men are supposed to provide, protect, all that. So even though a man invests, the thing about it is when a man invests in a woman, she gets used to that. So when he takes that away, she loses more.
Chris.
That's
Most
my opinion.
Chris, wait, that's your
That's
opinion. So when
yeah.
you say invest more, when
Uh-huh.
you say invest more, and you're speaking specifically on finances,
No, I mean it can be anything. It could
a
be
house.
she move in with him. Now they broke up. Where's she gonna go?
Okay, but you don't think that what a one like it like what who is here to say that one is more like I provide like support. I provide like what I bring in. I believe it's equal. I believe that like it's like yeah, you know what I mean. You could sit here and look at the dollar amount and say like okay yes that's more whatnot. But when we talk about value, when we talk about value of what a woman brings into a relationship compared to what a man brings into a relationship, it should be equal. Like, okay, you want to take that position and provide, but best believe I'm taking care of this home that you provided to me. I'm making this house into a home. So
No, I get
yes,
I
I
get
might
that.
have to, I might have to move out and I might have to like get my own shit, but like it's going to be empty in this motherfucker and you're going to feel it.
No,
Guarantee it.
I understand that, but I'm
So
just saying like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like
go ahead. I mean, but think about it. Think about it though. I mean, if you saying it's gonna be empty,
Mike over
think
here
about it. If
laughing,
the
jump
man
your ass
if
in the
the man
conversation.
left,
I
if
don't
the
know
man
why.
left,
Am I live?
he's already
Am I in
Yeah,
here?
prepared for
you
that
live.
emptiness.
I've been
And
having
if
a lot of
you
stuff to
choose to
say.
leave, then I mean, if
Immediately.
he's doing his best to take care of you and you leave, I mean, what else could he do? He's just gonna have to suck it up and be like, all right. Now, if he's
Most
not
men
doing
are
his part and you leave,
That's
that's
what it
different.
is.
most men are not taking care of women. I mean, I think we need to
Hold
stop that.
on. One,
Like,
Well,
one
the
second.
people
One
I
second.
know
One
are.
second. One
Stay on
second.
topic.
I
Everybody.
don't
One
hang
second.
around weirdos. I don't.
This what I want.
it's
I
not
want I
weirdo.
want Mike. I want Mike and Tawana because I know both of them got something to say. So I want Mike and Tawana to jump in,
I'm gonna
help
listen.
your people out. Help your people out. What do you have to say, Tawana? I want Mike to
Go
go
I
ahead.
back
mean,
and
I
forth.
want to respond to what Chris said because most men are not providing financially for women. Women have to work. I mean, these are
Well, we
dual.
all have to at this point, though. That's
I
just the
think
day and
that
age we
I
live
think
in,
that's
though.
kind of I think that's kind of ridiculous. Like I think that most women, when they leave relationships, the stats show that they are not as financially well off, right? Because now they have all these other probably added
Because of the
responsibilities.
choices of
But I don't
submission
think
they choose to give with that deal they take in with that relationship.
right. I just think men sometimes, to me, I understand Meek's point, and I do agree with her in a lot of ways, but I do think that men seem to be emotionally detached in relationships. Like, for the most part, I don't think that men are as heavily affected. Not
We
all
just
of them.
don't show them. We just show
We
it
don't
different.
show
That's it.
we don't show it all the time, but when you do have a woman that you love, they show it. It's clear. I think
And
that
that's
men,
the problem, though, because
yes,
that vulnerability is where our guards go up. When that wall
right,
go up, when somebody says something about a wall going up, everybody wall goes up. That's our conscious mind working. Anytime something happens, you get burned once, shit, I know not to do it again. You just run into the same mistakes, the same approach.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
I
think
agree with
guy,
that.
girl, I think that's any common sense that want to take a good approach at a successful relationship.
I agree with that. I just think that for the most part, emotionally, women can get connected quicker than, like, I've seen in my life. I've seen women be emotionally tied to men more so than men being emotionally tied to women. Like, he may find a few women that he's tied to emotionally, but we are more likely to be emotionally tied to a man. And then
Let me pose a question to the whole panel, right? This is a hypothetical.
yeah.
If Chris and Meek were together right now, right? And they no, I'm not, get out my ear. If Meek if Meek and Chris were together right now and they broke up, who
Right.
do you think will be the most affected? Straight up. You don't
In
know
this
nothing about neither one
situation,
of them.
based
In
on
this
that,
situation, them two together right now and they break up, who do you think will
Chris,
be more
I
affected?
think Chris, because Meek gonna put it on him.
because you can tell based on character, and that's what I think is a big factor. I don't think it's the sex of which
Yeah.
matters; it's the person and how they are evolved with their own
So
emotions.
from
Period.
what you've seen, from both of them in a debate skill, who do you think will be most affected?
On their side, in that situation,
Yeah.
I
It's
mean, you
gonna
already
be
know the man's always affected.
It's
That's
not
like
okay. So you think Chris? You
because
pick
this is.
Chris?
Let me
you
tell
know
you
what
why. Chris will be because the situation to me. Because like you can't tell me how hurt I am if it was like
Right.
I cheated on you once or you cheated on me 5 times, or if you did this or you lied to me like this or you did this or you started something. You can't tell me what would hurt me more, that whether it was little or big. If you hurt, it
So
hurt.
Tawana, you got Meek, you got
I
Chris,
don't know, 'cause Chris got an
Shaq got
emotional.
Chris,
See what I'm saying?
JG, who do you got? Bring JG, and I want to know who would he think would be most emotionally affected if them
I
two
mean,
was
that
together
conversation
and
debate was pretty
they broke
cool,
up.
so it showed a lot. So
Hey,
I,
it showed.
this
I
is
will
Hey,
you.
say, I will
This
it
is
say
your
showed me
Chris.
doing
enough.
right now.
It
I
showed
will
me
say
enough.
Chris.
It did. It showed me enough to show that my point was validated.
Hey, JG, you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Repeat the question one more time.
So if Meek
Based on
and
that,
Chris were together, if they were a real couple, and they broke up right now on this show, who do you think would be more affected?
I would say Chris.
Oh, Chris again. All right, J Mac, bring J Mac in. I want to know. That's cold blooded. Y'all some
But
cold blooded
the
conspiracy.
reason
no, it's he got a prime example. I got a reason why I say him, not
J
just
Mac,
based off of
who
what
you
she
got?
said.
Who's gonna be more affected, Chris or Meek?
Which one of the brothers cut me off while I was talking?
Probably me.
All right, him. It'll be him right there.
No, 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 no.
It'll be him right there. Nah,
No.
let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. I'm listening to the back and forth. They seem like some dominant personalities.
Mhm.
I think it'll be Chris.
Damn, y'all shady as hell. Y'all shady
No,
as hell.
let me tell you why
Good.
I said him.
Go
It
ahead.
has the main reason was the person that broke his heart first. That was the
Right.
clutch. At that point,
That's what
it's over.
Mm,
Ain't no woman can stand strong enough in that position. So that alone,
yeah.
bro, how do you stand up to that? You got to prove a man something like, because in his mind, he's an asset coming to the table. Because I already think that way. So every woman that's added, anything that's damaged is a liability. So I don't need it. So if he taking that approach, then it's
Let
hard.
I think
It's
hold on. Go ahead.
it'll just reinforce for him that women ain't,
Yeah,
worth
but
it. Right?
see,
Like,
hold on.
he'll just
Me and
constantly.
Tawana on the same page.
Please,
We're on the same
no,
page.
bring me back in, y'all.
Look,
Listen,
hold on, hold on.
listen, Listen.
Go ahead.
Because I think it's different. I think the guys were touching on this, like how like women and men process things differently. I think that women are willing to take more risk in relationships. So that's the reason why it appears that we are heavily affected. But like all it takes is that one. And we all agree that once a man has had his heart broken, it's like mission impossible. No matter, and so then it's like say Chris did, me and Chris did. I'm such a phenomenal woman. It's probably gonna like, a lot of times when a dude leaves me, he's gonna reevaluate what happened and why I left him. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times I get that call like, damn, I should have did this, I should have did this, I should have did that. Like I get those type of phone, and I'm not trying to boost or brag, but I'm just saying like it's very.
It's okay to boost and brag out here.
But
It's okay on this show.
I've never had an experience. I never had an experience where I've left a man and he's like, she wasn't shit. Because when I show up, I am a queen. I show up as such. So like if he ends up losing me, he's gonna know that he lost something. Like I said, once I leave this place, it's gonna be empty up in this bitch. So that's just how. Now it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be sad though. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be sad.
Hold on a second. Could y'all listen to this? Listen to this. I looked at it like the fact that Chris already was vulnerable enough to tell us where he gets his emotion from. That to me shows that he will be stronger in this breakup because he already can let you know, like, man, I was over here with mine, and that's just what it is. It's like I use myself for an example. A lot of people think I'm super tough because I'm just straightforward, right? But if you look at the way I grew up, I've been through a lot. So when things happen to me now, it ain't nothing to me. It ain't nothing to me. Chris is telling you that he been through stuff back then. So right now, it may not be as much to him as the next man. I didn't ask you about a man versus a woman. I said Meek versus Chris. That's why I allow both of them to give you some background on how they think and where they coming from. I don't know. I could be wrong about Chris. Chris is here to defend himself, but I'm thinking that the fact that Chris is man enough to tell us how he feel about everything will help him be stronger and moving on. That's just what I think.
But wait, but Chris, hold on. But time out. I'm sorry, Chris. Before we go back to you, but Chris also admitted that he is hesitant to go full. Like, am I right, Chris? Because you said that. You said.
No. Listen.
Let him talk.
I let you guys all give your opinion, and it's fine. But Carlos said it right. I'm speaking on how I used to be. This is all past. That's why my name is the evolutionary playboy. I had to grow up from that. So that's how I used to handle things. I've been in a situation 11 years.
So the emotional intelligence has changed.
Yeah. That's why I
realize what the trigger was, that it was your mother who triggered you.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why when I started growing mentally, I started questioning why I had so many women. And then it made sense what started.
Actually had a point. Because he said that because you're emotionally intelligent, that you probably will be less affected. And I do understand that correlation now, because it's like, okay, he understands what the root of his, disconnect was. And so he's not going to easily fall into a situation that's not right.
It's not like I don't care. It's just that you like, if you get burned once, you don't want to get burned again. So you start learning and paying attention to signs. That's why I said when I was younger and say I was in a relationship or a situation with a young lady and I felt something was off, I started preparing for the breakup. So when it was a done deal, I was already there.
Thank you.
It makes sense what
Pause. We got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on this topic. So if you want to say something, say it quick.
Let me say it right quick. It was for me when you say your mother was the first person that burnt you. Because I had a similar upbringing with my mom, and my mom wasn't active in my life. And some of my shortcomings, some of my layers, I think I still haven't pulled them back just because it's so much of a detachment. So when you said that, it kind of hit home. That's why I picked you.
Yeah, it's just I went through a lot of like healing. That's why I can be so open about stuff now, because I did the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask me this 4 or 5 years ago, it would have been me, angry as hell. But
you guys all changed my mind. I feel like I agree with Meek. like men are mostly affected. You know why I'm saying that? Because I feel like y'all don't fall for people as easily. And so, like she said, you know, because y'all so selective, when y'all do find that person and they hurt you, it could really affect you in a different way, right? Versus
that's
women.
exactly what I was saying.
Yeah,
That's exactly what, and it's like, just because you see women go through it often, it doesn't mean that men are not affected. And once a man allows himself, gives himself permission to actually fall, fully invest, oh yeah, he's gonna, yeah. So
definitely.
That's what I think.
I mean, I think that we both affected.
Right. And I do think that maturity,
men and women.
I think maturity has a lot to do with it. A lot to do with it. You know,
40 seconds.
Yeah. So like, but after we pass, like, say if we're not speaking about everyone being on the same mature level, like, you know, I do think that, like, when a man is hurt, he's hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Because he doesn't allow himself to just get into like frivolous ass relationships.
Vulnerability.
For the record, I brought up maturity, so don't I get a point?
Yeah, you do. I shouted you out. I shouted you out.
All right, for the last 10
a lot of
seconds,
points.
what it's looking like? It's looking like a consensus nearly that it's men, but for Meek and Chris, it's Meek. Listen.
No, homie. Where have you been the whole show? Where have you been?
All right, look. We gotta move on.
Carlos, you know me. You said that we bring family on the show. You know me.
Hey, we gotta move on to the next topic. What do you? They're in my ear. They're in my ear. Look. All right. Next topic. Topic 2. The question is, who cheats more, men or women? And it's a perfect way to go into this because we just talked about the breakup, and most breakups come from cheating. Okay. Look at this video first from the street interviews, and then we'll come back and give our opinion. All right, here we go. Who cheats more in relationships, men or women?
Men.
Okay, men. That's one man. Okay, yeah. And is love important in marriage?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Who cheats more in relationships, men or women?
Men.
Okay. And is love important in marriage?
Yes.
Thank you. Who cheats more in relationships, men or women?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I say guys.
Guys, thank you. Who cheats more in a relationship, men or women?
I say women, and the reason is because it's so much easier for them. Like, they have it at their disposal when they need it. Their DMs are filled, you know what I mean? It's just too easy for them, so I say that.
Damn.
That was pretty hard to argue with.
You got it too, women?
Yeah, I go with women too. Same reason why you said. I mean, they have all these guys hitting their DMs up. I mean, it's kind of hard not to choose.
Damn. Okay. We got 1, 2. That's three. Okay. Now this question is for the couple: who cheats more in relationships overall, men or women?
I think women do.
You say women? You say men? You say women? Okay. Second question. Question is: who cheats more in relationships, men or women?
Men.
Okay. And is love important in marriage?
Oh yeah.
Definitely?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Now, you got to answer these questions for me. Who cheats more in relationships, men or women?
I go with both of them.
Equal? Equal?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's... That's a good question, right? The question is, who cheats more in relationships, men or women?
Me.
And is love important in a marriage?
Yes.
Thank you. Hey, on the streets, we take a L, 6-4. But if we can clean it up here, we can clean it up because fellas, we lost on the streets. But can we win in the sheets? I mean, on the show. It depends. Bring everybody back. I want everybody to give their answer. Boom, 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 boom. And then this most likely gonna be the last topic. We're gonna run out of time. I know this gonna run out of time. But I want to hear what everybody has to say first, and then we'll go right back to the round table. So, Juana, you tell me. Men or women?
Men.
Meek, men or women?
Men.
Damn. Chris, men or women?
We do.
Damn. JG, men or women? So cool ass.
Men, but not by much.
Not by much. J Mac, men or women?
As much as I want to rock the boat, men, but I want to say women is just as capable.
It's capable. And Mike, he still there? Where Mike go? Oh, no. Dude said it was more capable. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I always thought that this was a dumbass question because we know as men, and that's why I invited all these men here. We know damn well we cheat much more than y'all do. And I don't know where. Yeah, but women, oh, definitely women are more capable. I mean, hear my ear telling me women are definitely more capable. They have more options. We all know that. If Meek right now, if Meek texts every dude on her phone, I'm horny, come to my house at 10 o'clock, right? And Mike and Mike, look, he killing me in my ear. And then Mike texts every woman in his phone and says, I'm horny, cut him out at 10 o'clock. We know the numbers ain't gonna be close. And Mike the man. But still, Meeks, the dudes that's gonna be knocking on her damn door, they're gonna have to ring the alarm, because it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a Black Lives Matter march, 100-man march, right to her apartment. We know this. Let's stop. They had to get past Murdoch. Let's stop playing these games with this blame game. Let's make more sense with our blame. We gonna take this L. We cheat more. I think all the fellas are willing to concede to this. Okay, yeah, we cheat more, but I do think that we cheat for different reasons. Does anybody disagree with that? That's
Nope.
the question.
What's the
Nope.
reasons?
I think we
Okay.
cheat for different reasons.
Just
What's the
sometimes
different reasons?
just to
I
nut.
think women cheat for different reasons.
I
I
think
think that women
every
cheat
dog
for
woman,
very
just like it's
similar
every
reasons.
dog guy.
I think women cheat for very similar reasons. But go ahead. Let's
so
hear.
this
Got
this
something
this this is
called
where I'm
demon
coming
time, and
from.
that got nothing to do with men.
This is where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from. I always keep it real. I always be honest with you. When it comes down to sex for men and women, it's not the same. I'm telling you, and I wish it was. I wish women wanted to get down as much as men want to. You guys just don't. It doesn't matter how much we argue this. It could be one woman who's really has a real high sex drive who loves men. That her friends may not be like her. But I can tell you something. Men will take down, especially an attractive woman, if they ask them to. I wish you women would have more respect for yourselves and stop getting us in trouble. Okay, y'all need to have more respect for yourselves and quit throwing it at us. I wish y'all would just quit throwing it at us because I mean we can only swing at one thing at a
no to
time.
1,000 is hard. That's what
It's
he's saying.
hard. It's hard to turn it all down. Quit throwing it at me.
Nah,
I wish y'all would have.
I'm married.
Can we?
Quit throwing it at me.
Wait, you just contradicted yourself though. You just said here. You said you just what you wish you were you being sarcastic when you said stop throwing it at us?
No, I'm saying I know. I mean, at the 10% of men that's having sex with all the women. I mean, stop throwing it at us. 10%.
Hey,
See what I did? See what I did? I invited the 10%. I invited the 10%. So stop throwing it at us, ladies. Right?
I wish y'all
Stop
would have
throwing
more
it at us.
standards. Stop giving every woman like the women that y'all sleep with are damn near disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yeah, no, men definitely need to have standards for themselves.
Y'all
men
need to definitely have
I like
standards
that.
on who they
I like
sleep
that.
with. Like y'all can't just be out here slinging y'all dick on everything. Like for real.
So we do create.
Women,
We help people
every
emotionally.
man in
We
our
do
DM.
humble things for people.
That.
You
We're not
what? You do what?
We do humbling things for women at times.
What is
And so those
humbling
low-
things? What are these humbling things?
So those low self-esteem women at times that really don't have nobody to call, and they call us, and we like, damn, we ain't even in the mood.
So you a predator? Like,
Ooh.
I was the vulnerable
you
one.
prey.
I reached out too.
How are
Hey.
you?
He
You
was
just called her
vulnerable.
low self-esteem.
I
You
was
just said she
vulnerable.
had low
I was telling
self-esteem.
Y'all embarrass
I said,
y'all main woman.
Okay,
It's
they
like
said low
you
self-esteem. Then I have low discipline. Then if I say that's the case, then if that's the way we looking at it,
can we speak on capability as well? Because women are just as capable.
Well, women is just capable.
We already know that.
More capable than men.
We already know that. It's not
They
about
already
if
got
it's
that
if it's available to me. We as women, would you say that, Mona? We can agree that like no, it's available to me. I can go get whatever the fuck I want, like when I want it. But it doesn't mean that I'm gonna exercise that. Like I'm not gonna go and fuck on low insecure men because I'm trying to do a humbling service. I'm not going to do that.
Hold on a second. I need quiet. I believe you, but I don't believe that's because you guys are so much more mature. I just think it's because you're women. Like me, if you were a man, you'd be tagging them and bagging them, just like some of these, just like some of these dudes in the chat used to do, and some still do. Don't include me. I'm saying some of these dudes in the chat.
I never once.
Don't include.
I never once said it had to do with maturity, but I'm just saying that like I'm just selective on like, you know what I'm saying? And you're right. You're right to a certain extent. Like I'm not like he just said like low insecure. I'm not dealing with that. That's a transfer of energy. Like sex is a transfer of energy. I don't want to lay up with that. I'm not bringing that into my house.
That's the difference.
That's the woman part. We don't
men aren't wired like that.
Well, y'all need to be. Y'all definitely need to be because y'all still transfer energy. Y'all
let Chris go. Let Chris go. Chris, go ahead.
No, it's just like, of course, women. If you guys were men, you guys will murder us. Like it's way easier for you guys. The thing about it is, men can detach the emotions from it. So we're not going to have sex based on hoping to like them. We like what they look like. We want to experience that shit and move on. So women, a lot of times, now, of course, there's some that can just smash because they want to smash. But most women, they're not going to go smash because the emotional attachment that sex has. Men can we can sever that shit and knock shit down every damn day. Every day.
I agree with you, but I do think that has a lot to do with the how can I say like we get demonized, you know, for acting that way. It's you can say call it whatever you want, but like I'm saying, like if a woman, like a lot of women, not a lot of women, you're right. It's a lot of women that's out here like, oh, I'm just gonna use my body if I like the man, blah 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 blah. You're right, but I do think that like it's a thing of like us being conditioned that way, so where we think that like if we were to use our body and just explore and just want to hit something real quick, like you're gonna be looked at as a hoe. Like so you got a lot of women that's like, I'm not doing that. I value myself. I hold myself on this pedestal, and I'm not doing that. Like, you know, I'm not a hoe that like, you know, going out of their way to like not be looked at as a hoe. So like you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you.
JG.
You're right.
JG,
I don't think that has a lot to do with just because you're a male. Wait, hold on 1 second. I don't think that has anything to do with you being a male. The fact that you can just cut it off and I just want to hit something real quick. Like you're conditioned too, because it's also acceptable for you to go out and do all that.
But that's not conditioning because there's some men that don't do that.
Hold on, Chris.
So real quick.
Listen, let me tell you something I do not like. I do not like from both sides. As a man, I don't tell a woman how women feel, right? I don't do that because I ain't no woman.
Thank you.
And I don't like when women do it, right? I know these dudes don't like it either. If you were a man, a high sex drive woman, if she were a man, would be taking them down. Like that is what high sex drive dudes do. We take them down. You not wanting to take them down is yes. I'm telling you, when you look at the chat, everybody who watches this from right now, and in the future, tell me if as a man, if you had the options to do whatever you want to do, would you do it? Of course, there are women out there who literally don't do it, even when you try to convince them. That's why they say a man's mouthpiece will talk the panties off. Because why do we have to talk so much? Why do we have to do so much to get you to feel like we feel? We don't need all that talking. And we talking about just me and you in a room. Ain't nobody knowing you a hoe in here. This is about me and you behind these closed doors. Let's get it popping. Why do I got to do so much?
You just basically just said what you just said. You said if you had the opportunity to do what you want to do, basically it's way more acceptable in society for men to go out and sling their dick wherever they want to sling their dick.
That's how we are.
As
Not on
women,
social
no,
media.
it's not
Look
about
at social
that's how
media
you
now. Every
are.
girl,
It's
you can look on any
acceptable.
page.
It's acceptable.
Girl,
And as a
say
woman, I don't have that right, nor do I have that privilege because I'm
Pause.
going to be demonized.
You do have the
Pause for a
right.
second.
You
Pause
just
for a
it's just
second.
gonna be
Chris.
backlash with it.
There's going to
Hold on.
you guys are agreeing with me.
Hold
I'm
on.
telling
Hold
you,
on one
there's
second.
going to be backlash. You don't
What
get
I want to do,
backlash.
what I want to do is ask one question for everybody, right? Do we believe, any of us, Tawana, I really want to hear your opinion because you're the other female. Do you believe
Okay.
men and women want sex at the same rate? Who believes that it's equal? Who
It is
believes on this
equal.
panel that it's equal, that men and women wake up in the morning every single day of their life, women want sex just as much as men do? Who really believes that?
I do.
I'm not.
I do.
I
Who believe
agree.
that?
I do.
I
Who
agree.
agrees?
Thank you.
Who agrees?
And wait,
Who agrees?
Tawana, hold on, Tawana.
I do
Tawana.
not agree with that
And
bullshit.
I
Tawana.
I don't.
And I
I do
Also,
not.
think
Tawana, when you hit that threshold, when you pass 30 and you hit that threshold, it's completely different. It's like you wake up and all you want is sex, but you don't do it. You don't engage in it.
I honestly think most men can't even keep up with women's sex drive. I'm
There
gonna be
we-
honest.
there it
That's a
is.
fact.
Thank
That
you.
is a fact.
Thank you.
I don't
Thank
want
you.
I don't want a girl
certain
to.
point-
I don't want her to try to match mine. I don't want a high sex drive woman when I say I'm a high sex drive because her level's at a different level.
Agreed.
A lot of women have high sex drive. They just don't tell you.
They don't allow
They
themselves
hide
to
it.
even go into it. Thank
A
you.
lot of them
That's
hide it
basically what I'm
from you,
saying.
and then men get confused
They
when
tell
women.
you.
But women cheat because they're not sexually
Scary.
satisfied as well. That's what they
Facts.
cheat.
That's a fact.
Big facts.
Listen, one
Facts.
thing I don't
Cut
want to
up.
do. I don't
Facts.
want to do is get JG. What do you have to add? What do you have to add? Go ahead.
What I was gonna say was I think one of the things that's not being addressed is the fact, like I was saying, that I think they pretty much cheat the same, maybe men a little bit more slightly. Is one of the common conceptions is that we're looking at men as far as like numbers of women they go out and cheat with. But if you take like two people in a 10-year relationship, that dude might have cheated with 6 different women, but that woman might have cheated more times on more occasions with 1 or 2 dudes. So they're both pretty much cheating in the same way. They're just not using as many people, but they're
And,
doing
and,
it more
JG, and
times.
JG, I agree. JG, I
like
agree
that.
with you. I wait, hold on. I agree with you
You like
because
that, Mike? You like that, Mike?
no, but so the reason why is because that contests to the sex drive aspect. So that shows that women do have a high sex drive, but we exercise it
You
differently.
never said
Y'all
that
go
was the
out,
issue.
y'all go out and fuck anything. We will sit here
No,
and
no,
like
no, no, no.
fuck on the
Let's say
same
you
thing
didn't,
multiple
That's not true.
times.
Yes, we will.
Can I
Nah,
say this
we
real
might
quick?
we might
Hold
look
on,
at
let
y'all the
J
same
Mac.
way. Like why did you go with that? You know what I
J
mean?
Mac.
We like
You were
what we
feeling a
like.
different
J Mac is
need.
next. J Mac is next.
More, and you guys have more sexual partners than women in the most times. I do think that we cheat, and that women do, they have a partner, but like they said, it's not going to be 6 or 7 in a year. We
No,
might have
yeah.
1 or 2
The
extra people
problem
that
is with the person y'all cheating
got
with,
4
y'all can
minutes.
start a relationship with.
Hey,
Thank
let
you.
me.
That's what they
Won't be
doing it
having
for.
nothing afterwards. Y'all
Yes.
start relationships. Y'all got
That's
2
why they having
relationships
sex with
going
that
on.
dude.
We got
Why?
partners that just be
Yes.
snapping.
Why?
Stop it.
It
Why?
just let me
Y'all
let
having
me say
sex
this
with
real
that
quick.
one dude
Listen,
many
y'all need
times,
to
'cause that's
stop.
a
Y'all need to
relationship.
stop watching these movies
Can-
and this television.
Mike.
I'm letting y'all know that right now.
This
Y'all
real
are being
life.
First of all,
misled.
This
I'm
real
Mike.
life
telling y'all.
experience.
I can hear
Real
Can I say
life.
this
No,
real quick?
You know what?
no
Let
slut
me
shaming.
shut up.
No
Let me
slut
shut up
shaming
because
over
I'm
here.
breaking girl code. I no,
That's
I'm
what
breaking
we're
girl code.
Okay.
I'm breaking girl code. Let me
Pause.
shut the
All right,
fuck
no
up.
code's broken.
Let me shut the fuck up.
Panel. Panel, get your paws on. Get your
No
paws
slut
on.
shaming over here.
Get your paws on for these paws come out. Paws
This is
on.
the
Hey,
most
listen to this.
Go ahead.
We ain't got much time. We ain't got much time. And that's why
I
I
like
had this
this
show, because I
shit.
know it's gonna get exciting. I know
1
this show
hour
is
is
gonna get exciting.
I'm gonna be
It's not
ready
enough,
next
because
time.
we definitely gonna have a part 2 to this, because I'm loving this right now, and I think the audience gonna love it too. I have one thing to say on this, and then everybody can get their closing statements real quick. I noticed one thing about the pandemic, right? OnlyFans started. I paid close attention to what porn stars, male and female, did when they went to their OnlyFans. Now, what does that mean? What is he talking about? I noticed that the women, the major porn stars, and I know a lot of them because my homegirl does their makeup. That's why I know a lot of them. Okay. When they did their OnlyFans, they did a whole lot of self-pleasuring porn. A whole lot of that. They didn't do all the stuff that we see them get paid to do. And a lot of the men was inviting girls, random girls, to come do scenes with them so they could bang them out. Now, I said these are professionals that we think love sex so much, but the girls who represent sex in our community, when they had an opportunity to run their own thing, no male director, no male direction, they wasn't banging as many dudes as the dudes were banging women. Now, I don't know what that means. Take that for what you want to know, but I think it helps my point that men want that thing a little more than y'all want this wang. That's my closing statement. Everybody else, you get your closing statement before we have to go. Please make it quick.
Hey man, you
Can
can
I
close on that. Was pretty funny.
I want to say this right quick. Just like we known for hiding our emotions and our feelings, I think women hide their sex drive, especially if they're not being pleased, and they go out and get it. And so, like, we can hide our emotions, y'all just hide it, and y'all think y'all smarter than us, and by getting away with it and just doing it in private. That was my what I wanted to say about that. My closing statement. That's I'll end with that since we ain't got that much time.
There we go.
Respect
Next
that.
up, who's next?
You right.
Go
The
ahead.
world is not ready for a sexually liberated woman. And that's the problem. You all think that women don't have a sex drive. We just,
No.
stick with one man. We don't. A woman
That's
with
not
options, they gonna date multiple men. They gonna be interested in multiple men. They may have slept with more than one man in their life. I think that the world is not ready for a sexually liberated woman, and women are not just waiting around for one man to get his life together. Once they can find enough man, and they will cheat as well. I mean, you guys need to understand that women have needs as well. So I think that's lost a lot of times. And
All right,
I'll
we,
end
we
with
only
that.
got time.
Hey,
We only got time for
nobody's stopping
one
them.
more.
Wait,
Yo,
Nobody's
so
stopping them.
you
so
said,
the,
you
the,
Go
said,
the
ahead, go
world.
ahead. Since this show was about the ladies, we gotta let Meek go because we run out of time. So
okay,
Meek,
I'm
give
gonna
me
be
your
quick.
closing.
I'm gonna be real quick. You said that we don't want that wang as much as you blah blah about that thing. The thing is that we do want that wang just as bad, but I'm not about to show it with the world. I'm gonna keep mine to myself. Like I'm not about to put him on OnlyFans and so everybody can see what the fuck I'm hitting. I'm keeping mine to myself. So I want it just as bad, but I'm keeping him to myself. So I think that's the difference.
All right,
Yo,
all right. Listen,
Carlos,
hey, we
Carlos,
gotta
Miss
close
Joey.
it out. I'm in
Carlos.
the ear. We got another show coming up. We gotta show respect. Thank you guys for coming. I'm not even gonna do you like I usually do and try to get that last word because I follow the rules. I can't say nothing. That was a great closing statement. I'm gonna invite everybody back for a part 2 because this is what we need. All kind of different people, married people, single people, divorced people, people with kids, people without kids, coming together, being honest and being checked for when they slip. I appreciate you guys coming. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. I appreciate you guys coming immediately, last minute, whatever it might be, to help me grow this channel and help support me, Tawana, me, and Chris in our journey to take over the YouTube world, man. We appreciate you guys. And for everybody who tunes in, press that like button, press that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so the world changes. And everybody who tuned in to see what we about, y'all know the famous slogan, CYP out.